Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to personalize your lock screen on Samsung Galaxy A57. So first, power off your phone and turn it back on again. Then click and hold on top of the screen and unlock to edit. Now, here you can change, for example, the clock, add widgets, change here the actions, and even change the wallpaper. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how you can easily customize and set up actually the edge lightning effects for notifications. At first, open the settings. Now tap notifications over here and now tap notification pop-up style. Tap add lightning effect and as you can see here I've got effect. It can be either none, hard, fireworks, eclipse, echo, and spotlight. And here we've got color. We can set it to either auto based on our notification color and advanced transparency and duration. I will, for example, set to red, effect, for example, hard, and done. And that's how to use them. Goodbye!
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to save battery by fixing Samsung A57 Wi-Fi scanning issues. So first, scroll from the top and open Wi-Fi details. Then in the top right corner, click these three dots, Intelligent Wi-Fi, and Connectivity Labs. To access the Connectivity Labs, watch our previous videos of how to do it. Then right here we have weekly reports, and we have the time when the Wi-Fi was on and the Wi-Fi was connected. Here you can change days, and as you can see, for example, right here on Saturday, we had Wi-Fi on for 8 hours and 21 minutes, and it was connected for 7 hours and 33 minutes. When the Wi-Fi was on but wasn't connected, it was constantly searching for accessible networks that it can connect to. So if you see the white bars right here, or in Friday, I have 19 hours Wi-Fi on but 0 even minutes connected. It means that it was constantly searching and wasting your battery. So when the Wi-Fi isn't connected, it's better to just disabling it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to use the screen recording feature. To use the screen recording feature, at first you need to add it to the quick control panel. So scroll down the control panel, not notifications, control from the top right corner. And now, as you can see, it will be here, screen recorder. If you don't see it here, because it should be automatically set here, if you don't see so, you need to here click, wait a moment, where is that? This pen icon over here in the top right corner, and here hit add a control. If you see capture, screen recorder is here, tap it and add it. Now, let me go back to the screen recorder and tap it. Now, as you can see, start recording with screen recorder. And some information. We got to record, it can be either partial screen, which we can select, or full screen. Audio to record, which can be media and microphone, media or none. We can enable show tabs and touches, and here start recording. With this button you can skip countdown, and as you can see, here I've got multiple tools. Here you can draw to show something, for example. Here we've got this main icon, which is our camera, front camera. As you can see here, I've got my hand. As we can, for example, record vlogs with it. We can disable it. We can pause our video and resume it, and of course end. Now it's saved. Here, let me open gallery. Let me open this video, and as you can see, that's it. Goodbye.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to improve battery on Samsung Galaxy A57. First, go into the settings, then find the battery. Right here, enable power saving and battery protection. Then go into the display, lower the brightness or use the adaptive brightness, enable dead dark mode, that saves so much battery, screen timeout, and lower this time to around 1 minute. Then scroll from the top and disable every feature you're not using, for example, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and location. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how you can easily use the Samsung Cloud Backup. At first, open the settings of your phone and wait a moment, I need to reset them. And here open your account by tapping on your name over here. Scroll down till you see apps and features, Samsung Cloud. Tap it. As you can see, I don't have the cloud updated, so let me tap update. And now here, you wait a moment. Here we've got the update. Now we are here inside, and how to use the Samsung Cloud Backup. As you can see here, we've got sync data across all devices, which is not which we are not focusing on today. But here, backup this phone, tap it, and as you can see, if you want to at first set up the backup, select all the applications you want to backup right now. Apart from, as you can see, automatic backups run daily, or you can start one anytime using the button below. So select all these things and tap backup now. Now, as you can see, it's done, so we can tap done. And this is the backup, how to backup the data. And if you scroll down, you can tap restart from backups. Here I've got some Samsung Galaxy A56 Plus, other devices, or my phone, which is this one. We can tap, for example, other one, tap restore, and then yes. Install. And now we can just wait a moment. It takes some time if I have some big backup, but when it comes to these smaller ones, it should be easier and faster. After this, everything should be done and 100%, and if you have any problems, let me know in the comment section below. Goodbye.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to speed up Samsung A57 Wi-Fi. So first, scroll from the top, open Wi-Fi settings, then in the top right corner, click these three buttons, then Intelligent Wi-Fi, Connectivity Labs. If you don't know how to access Connectivity Labs, then watch one of our previous videos of how to do it. Scroll down and we have Customize Wi-Fi List settings. And here we have the filter. Show less means showing only strong signal networks. So you can click on Show Less. Then show filter menu, filter network by SSID, security type, frequency, and more. The menu will appear in available networks. Then go back and also enable switch to better Wi-Fi networks. And that's pretty much it. Here you have the sort options to sort only, for example, 5G and open secured. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how you can easily use the split screen multitasking in your Samsung device. And first thing, to make sure that both your applications do support it. So let me open, for example, Spotify, and let me open the second application, Google Play Store. Now open the app view list and now hold the finger on your one application. Now you can drop it here, and now we've got this split screen multitasking thing. We can actually more extend it to the Play Store or more to the Spotify. It's that easy actually. We can do everything here and everything here in the Play Store. So apart from that, here you can switch between it, and here you can disable it by tapping this button over here, or make it, as you can see, flowing and do actually everything. Now as you can see, it's flowing over here. We can tap it to enable it back again, and now back to split screen. To disable it all completely, you just do something like this. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to use Samsung Intelligent Wi-Fi Security on Samsung A57. Scroll from the top, open Wi-Fi settings, then details, and in the top right corner, 3 dots, then intelligent Wi-Fi. Here you have switch to better Wi-Fi networks, and you have detect suspicious networks. Get notified when suspicious activity is detected on the current Wi-Fi network. Then go into Connectivity Labs. If you don't know how to access it, then watch one of our previous videos of how to do it. Then scroll down, and right here you have Show Network Quality Info, and you have Customize Wi-Fi List Settings. Click the Show Filter menu, Wi-Fi Developer Options, and here you have nearby Wi-Fi informations that you can check, and also the Home Wi-Fi Inspection. When you go back to Wi-Fi, here you have that category or displays, and you can select only the secured Wi-Fi. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one.
This device also has its downsides, and we will go over the points you should keep in mind before heading to the store. The Galaxy A57 launched in the UK at £529 sterling for the 8/256GB version. For comparison, the A56 started at £449 sterling and the A55 at £439. Over 2 generations, the base price in pounds has increased by about 20%, while the set of features has changed only moderately. In absolute terms, this means that the gap between the A series and the lower-end S series models is narrowing. The flagship Galaxy S24, which is now being sold at a big discount, can be found in retail stores for £550 to £600 sterling. The base S25 starts at £699.99 or pounds sterling, and by the end of the year it will begin to drop in price following the same pattern. The price increase is not backed by a radical upgrade. The Exynos 1680 processor delivers about 80% more single-threaded performance compared to the A56. And the cameras have remained the same. The camera module was carried over from the A56 without any changes. The main module is 50 megapixels, plus a 12 megapixel ultra-wide and a 5 megapixel macro. There is no telephoto lens. At the same time, competitors in the same price range, like the Pixel 9a and Nothing Phone 3 in 2026, offer either a dedicated telephoto lens or a noticeably more up-to-date main module. In practice, this means that portrait shots on the A57 are still taken by cropping from the main module, resulting in the typical loss of detail along the edges of hair and clothing. Zoom beyond 2 times is digital, and already at 4 times you can see processing artifacts. Samsung has improved image processing with the new ISP in the Exynos 1680, and the night mode has become faster by 1 to 2 seconds. But the sensors are the same, and software processing cannot overcome the physical limitations of the hardware. Wireless charging has not appeared in the A57, just like in the previous 4 generations of the A5 series. Competitors in this price range have long been offering key. The Pixel 9a has supported wireless charging since 2024. The Nothing Phone 3 has had it since its release. In practice, this means you won't be able to use a bedside or in-car charging stand with the A57. For many, this is a secondary feature, but the habit of placing your phone on a dock instead of searching for a cable has already become part of the daily routine for a large number of users. Wired charging has also remained at 25 watts. Xiaomi and Motorola in the same class have long been offering 67 and even 120 watts. Samsung has kept 25 watts in the A series since 2021. In the European versions of the A57M, only the smartphone and a USB-C cable are included in the box. And here we can see it. It's lying inside there. Plus, there's a SIM tray tool, but no power adapter. Samsung introduced this policy back in 2021 for flagships and then extended it to the mid-range series. Technically, this isn't news, but it's worth keeping in mind when calculating the final cost. An original Samsung 25-watt charger costs 20 to 25 euros in Europe. If you buy a compatible one from a third-party manufacturer, you can get it for 10 to 12 euros. But considering certification and safety, many people prefer the branded one. In practice, this means that with a price tag of £529 sterling, the actual cost to get a complete set is about £545 to £555, if you didn't already have a suitable adapter. The main internal competitor to the A57 is Samsung's own Galaxy S25 FE. At the time of the A57's launch, it is being sold in the UK for £579 to £599, so the difference is around £50 to £70. For that extra cost, the S25 FE gives you an Exynos 2400 processor, performance on par with the S24, a telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom, 15-watt wireless charging, IP68 instead of IP67 protection, and a higher quality display with a peak brightness of 2600 nits. Both models have the same update policy, 6 years of Android updates and 7 years of security patches. The only aspect where the A57 wins is the thickness of the body. The S25 FE is thicker by 0.8 millimeters. In all other respects, when comparing specifications on the store screen, the buyer is usually swayed in favor of the FE model. The A57 is not the best choice for those who actively take photos with their phone and are used to having optical zoom. The lack of a telephoto lens is especially noticeable in everyday scenarios. For example, family events or outdoor concerts where it's simply impossible to get closer. You should also pass on this model if wireless charging is important to you. Judging by Samsung's current policy, it won't appear in the next generation of the A series either. Finally, if your budget allows you to add £50 to £70, it's worth at least holding the Galaxy S25 FE in your hands at the store. The difference in how the camera and screen feel is usually more noticeable than the difference in price. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Hi! Today we'll take a detailed look at the capabilities of the Galaxy A57 5G. This is a mid-range device, but in terms of software, it's now as close to the flagships as possible. The One UI system hides a huge number of settings that are either hidden by default, turned off, or buried so deep that very few people know about them. And I've chosen 15 features ranging from basic interface optimization to working with artificial intelligence, and we'll go through each one so you can set up your smartphone together with me. And we'll start with the simplest but most important thing, how we use our smartphone every day. And the first feature is customizing the side button. By default, holding down the power button activates the Bixby Assistant. In our reality, that's not always convenient. So what do? We go into Settings, then select Advanced Features, and here we choose Side Key. I recommend changing the Assistant activation to the Power Off menu and assigning whatever you need most to double press. That is, it could be the camera, flashlight, magnifier, and so on, any app at all. The next interesting thing I want to show you is widget stacks. So, to avoid cluttering your workspace with a bunch of icons, Samsung has stacks, and sometimes you really want to make good use of all the screen space. And how do they work? We hold one widget and drag it onto another one of the same size. Now you can swipe between them. This lets you keep the calendar, music player, and weather all on one screen without creating chaos on your display. Next, in the section software information, okay, let me find it now. About phone. Select software information, and here we have the build number. We tap it 7 times. This is to unlock the developer settings because I'm about to show you the next feature. First, we need to open up the System Developer Settings menu, and once we are inside, we will look carefully for the specific animation scale options. Here we have window animation, transition animation, and animator duration scale. And we change the value here from 1 to 0.5. And the system will start rendering transitions twice as fast, and the smartphone will feel much, much more responsive. These 3 settings are the basics. We've removed unnecessary delays and prepared the workspace. And now let's move on to the most interesting part. These are the Galaxy AI features. And the first feature is Circle to Search. This is the most talked about feature in recent years. If you see sneakers, beautiful buildings, text in a foreign language, or really anything at all on the screen, you just hold down either the navigation bar or the home button and circle the object you want to search for. And Google instantly finds information about that object. And this works in any app, even inside a YouTube video or on Instagram or in the gallery. The next feature I want to show and talk about is generative photo editing. What is it? We open any photo in the gallery and tap the icon with the stars. But before you begin, you also need to make sure that you are properly signed in to your personal Samsung account to use this feature. And then, once that is done, we can select the Object Eraser tool and carefully choose an object we want to remove from the image. For example, let's select this one and tap Erase. The object is removed and the AI automatically fills in the background in the empty space. Overall, there weren't any difficulties with this. Of course, sometimes there are unsuccessful attempts. This is a professional retouching tool. Now it's available in just a couple of clicks. Next is creating stickers. That is, we can select an object in a photo. Right now, I can't do that. You need a different photo for that. But if you simply hold your finger on a person or an object in the gallery, the smartphone will automatically separate it from the background, and the resulting image can be saved as a sticker and immediately sent in a messenger, for example. So you no longer need to use any third-party apps to remove the background. And as you can see, AI in the A57 is not just some buzzword, but real tools for working with information and content. Now let's move on to sound and notifications. And the first thing is separate app sound. This is useful if you're streaming music to a speaker via Bluetooth, but want to watch videos on social media. In the sound settings, turn on separate app sound, and now music will play through the speaker, while the sound from a specific app will only come through your phone's speakers without disrupting the overall atmosphere. The next thing I want to talk about is the notification log. Sometimes you might accidentally swipe away an important notification before you have a chance to read it. So, in the notification settings, look for the notification log. Usually, I think it's in the additional advanced settings. Yes, here we have the notification history, so we turn it on. And here, the entire history of messages from the past 24 hours will be saved. Even if the sender deletes a message in the messenger, it will most likely remain in the system log. The next feature I also want to show you is, this is the volume limit history. So we go to the settings for volume, sound, and vibration. And here you can set a maximum volume limit. We select volume, and here we tap on the 3 dots. Here we have media limits. turn it on and choose the limit. This is useful if you often listen to music with headphones and want to protect your hearing, or for example, if the phone sometimes ends up in the hands of children. Notification sounds are really about comfort. Once you set them up, you'll stop being distracted by unnecessary noises. And now let's move on to security. So the first feature I want to talk about is the Secure folder. So where do we find it? Go to Security Settings. Here we select more security settings. Here we have the Secure folder. This is an encrypted space. Everything inside is protected by a second password. You can keep copies of apps from other accounts or confidential documents there. The next thing I want to talk about and show you is screen sensitivity. If you've put a protective glass, for example, on the screen, sometimes the touch sensor may not work as well. Let's go to the display section, and here we have touch sensitivity. We turn it on. This increases the screen's responsiveness and the fingerprint scanner starts working more reliably. Another feature is the maintenance mode. If you need to send your phone in for repair, turn on this mode in the device care menu and the smartphone will restart and hide all your data. That means photos, passwords, chats. The technician will be able to test the phone's functions, but won't have access to your personal life. Security on Samsung devices is implemented at a high level, and these features give you confidence that your data is under control. And now we move on to the final section. This is about gestures and the battery. And the next feature is taking a screenshot with your palm. Of course, it's not convenient for everyone, but overall it works. So instead of pressing buttons, just swipe the edge of your palm across the screen. This is the fastest way to take a screenshot on a Samsung. Check if this option is enabled in the Motions and Gestures menu. Next, what I want to show you is battery protection. If you plan to use your smartphone for a long time, you can enable adaptive battery protection. Here we have battery protection in the battery settings, and we turn on this protection. Next, here we can enable either basic or maximum protection, and here you can choose the percentage up to which the device will charge. Also, if we have basic protection enabled, we can turn on SL sleep time protection. All of this significantly slows down the wear and tear of the lithium battery. The next feature is also really cool. I really like it. These are modes and scenarios. It's automation. For example, you can create a scenario. When I connect to my home Wi-Fi, disable mobile data and turn on reading mode. In other words, the smartphone automatically adapts to your lifestyle. There are already preset scenarios here. You can tap Add More and customize them. And that's how we covered 15 main points. Of course, there are hundreds of settings in one UI, but this is the most useful foundation for Galaxy A57 owners. I hope this video was helpful and that you found something new or remembered something old. Write in the comments which feature you use most often. And thank you for watching. And subscribe to our channel and give us a like. Bye.
Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to customize the home screen layout. So as you can see, here we've got our home screen and we have a couple of things that we can customize here. So at first, hold your finger in the background and here, as you can see, we have widgets, wallpaper and silent settings. Let's start with these settings. As you can see, here we've got app size and home and apps screens. We can increase it or decrease it over here. Apart from that, here, as you can see, we've got show app labels on home screen, which are just the names of the apps. We can disable it and enable them. Apart from that, here they have show labels for featured widgets, which is actually the name, but for widgets. Home screen layout. We can tap here and as you can see, here we've got home screen only, or we can have home and apps screens like app drawer. Here they have home screen grid, and if you tap it, you can select the grid if you want it to be 4x6 or 5x6. As you can see, it means that here we have 5 applications wide and 6 applications height. So let me, for example, leave it as it was. And here, the same is for the app screen grid, and the same is for the folder grid. but folder has only 3x4 or 4x4. Here we've got this add media page to home screen, which is by default set to Google Discover, and this is this thing. We can set it. Okay, it has vanished, so let me open it back again. We can have it here to either Google Discover or Samsung News, or disable it at all. Here, show up screens button on home screen. We can enable disable it, and same lock home screen layout, add new apps to home screen, which means that we can either add them to app drawer only or home screen also. And I think app drawer will be excluded from this. Hide apps on home and app screens. App icon badges can be either a number or just a dot, etc. Rotate to landscape mode, the home screen, and swipe down for notification panel, which is of course this thing. And apart from that, here we've got, as I said, the widgets, and you can add the widget you prefer. For example, battery, add, and here we've got battery. Apart from that, here they have wallpapers, but I don't really think that this is a style. And here, as you can see, if you hold the finger again, you can see this bin icon, which means that we can delete the page. And apart from that, here you can tap this home to set this as the main one. So it won't be this one as it was, but it will be this one. Just you can switch between these all things. You can here tap plus to add the pages and do everything you just want. Back in the days, there were the animation features, but now they are not here with us. So that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
I didn't expect to like the Galaxy A57. That's the honest truth. A-series phones have been fine for years. Competent, forgettable. You bought one just because you wanted a Samsung and couldn't stretch to an S-series, not because it was exciting. I assumed this would be the same, slightly better than last year, slightly worse than the phone that actually cost money. And it's not. And at 420 euros, sitting next to the Vivo V70 FE at the same price, that matters. Pick up the A57 and the first thing you notice is that it doesn't feel like what it costs. Glass back, aluminum frame, 6.9mm thin. There's no flex, no plastic softness in the corners, nothing that tells you the price. I handed it to my friend who doesn't care about phones at all, and he asked if it was a new S-series. That's not nothing. The Vivo V70 FE costs the same and has a polycarbonate back, which is plastic. And here's the part I keep thinking about. Vivo named this phone the Fashion Edition. Yes, FE stands for Fashion Edition on Vivo. Samsung didn't try to make a fashion statement, and they ended up with a better looking phone. I don't know if that's ironic or just embarrassing for Vivo, but it's funny either way. The screen is where the A-series has made its biggest jump from other models. 6.7-inch Super AMOLED, genuinely thin bezels, 120 Hz. It looks current. Previous A-series phones always had a slightly thick-framed, plasticky quality to the display area. You could tell what tier you were in without anyone telling you, and this one doesn't have that problem. Then Vivo's screen is technically bigger and sharper on spec sheet, but in person, Samsung looks better, colors are more natural, the brightness is handled better in mixed light. Spec sheets don't always watch Netflix, and eyes do. Now performance. This is where Vivo is in real trouble. Samsung's Exynos 1680 hits around 1.38 million on Antutu 11. And Vivo's Dimensity 7360 Turbo. And I want to be clear that Turbo is a name, not a hardware change. Scores around 1.18 million. On Geekbench single score, Samsung is nearly 50% faster. The gap doesn't shrink in multi-core. The Vivo chip is a Dimensity 7300 with software tweaks and a new badge.
MediaTek renamed existing hardware and Vivo shipped it in a phone that costs 420 euros. Samsung actually improved the chip. You notice that in use. Games run cleaner, switching between apps doesn't drag, the phone just feels composed rather than occasionally overworked. Nothing dramatic, just consistently better. Cameras, I'll be straight. The 200 megapixel number on the Vivo box sounds incredible, and in bright light it genuinely produces sharp photos. But shoot anything in a restaurant, in the evening, indoors with mixed light, and Samsung processing takes over in a way Vivo doesn't. It took more photos I actually liked on the Samsung, and the megapixel count stopped being relevant pretty quickly. Battery is the one thing that Vivo wins, and it wins badly enough to matter. Vivo has 7000 mAh and 90 watt charging with a charger in the box in India, because other versions don't have the charger in the box. But Samsung has just 5000 mAh and 45 watt with no charger. The Vivo runs for over 26 hours in endurance tests. Samsung gets you through a day comfortably, sometimes into a second if you're careful. I keep coming back to this. If Samsung had put a 6000 mAh battery in the A57, the video would be 3 minutes long. Vivo would have nothing. But they didn't. And Vivo has exactly one good argument left. And for heavy users, it's a real one. So is it worth it? Yes, clearly. The A57 is the first A-series phone in a long time that I'd recommend without adding, but just be aware it's an A-series. It feels good, it performs well, the screen is genuinely nice, and 6 years of software updates at 420 euros is a serious value proposition. What surprised me was the feeling that Samsung actually cared this time. Not about beating Vivo specifically, about making a phone that doesn't feel like a downgrade the moment you hold it. They did that. Now I want to see everyone else respond. Vivo, Xiaomi, OnePlus. Samsung just redefined what 420 euros should feel like. Either you match it or you start explaining why yours costs the same and feels cheaper. Now, does battery life actually change how you use a phone? Or do you just charge it every night anyway? Drop it in the comments, I read them, and I'm genuinely curious where people land on this.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix overheating issues on Samsung Galaxy A57. So first, it is completely normal for your phone to heat, especially while you're using the fast charging while charging. But you can minimize the heating from your phone. First, access the background apps and close all of them. Then, when you charge your phone, make sure to charge in a cool and ventilated area. Don't use your phone and take off the case of your phone. Now, disable all the features that you're not currently using. For example, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and location. Lower the brightness from your phone and enable the dark mode. You can also go into the lock screen and AOD and disable always on display. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one.
Hello, in front of me I have Samsung Galaxy A57 and Galaxy A37, and in this video we're going to perform a benchmark test. Okay, so A57 is on the left side, A37 is on the right side. For this test I'm going to use 3 apps, Geekbench 6, 3D Mark, and the Antutu benchmark. So maybe let's begin with Geekbench 6. And this app, we are going to perform the CPU and also the GPU benchmark. So let's begin maybe with the CPU. Let's run the test. It's going to take a little bit, so I'll see you once we have the results. Okay, and we have the results on both devices. So on A57, the single core score is on a level of almost 1400, multi-core is 4500. On A37, we have 1149 and 3455 when it comes to the multi-core score. As we keep scrolling down, we can take a look on the system information and also the CPU information. So we can take a look. Okay. Let's keep scrolling down. In here we have also the integer score and the floating point score on both devices. And also all the values. You can take a look on everything. If you want, you can of course pause the video. And now we have the multi-core. That's how it presents. So, and the integer score on A57 is 4352, floating point score 4839. On A37, 3332, and the floating point score is on the level of 3697. You can take a look on other things. Okay, that was the CPU benchmark, so let's go straight to GPU right now, and let's run the test. Once again, it's going to take a little bit, so I'll see you once we have the results. Okay, and we have the results for the GPU OpenCL score. On A57, the level is 6,500, almost. Actually, it's closer to 6,600, while on A37 we have 3,125. Let me scroll down to OpenCL performance so you can take a look on other things. And if you click on GPU above, you can compare your device to different devices on the market currently. Alrighty. That was the Geekbench 6 app. So now let's go straight to, I think that we'll go with Antutu benchmark now. So let me open up the app. Okay, let's click on test now. And once again, it will take a while, so I'll see you within a few seconds. Okay, and we also have the results on Antutu benchmark. So in here we have the overall score on A57, on the right side on A37. So in here we can see a huge difference. So now let me expand the CPU information, the CPU score. Then let's go for GPU. The memory. I'll have to scroll down a little. And now the last thing, the UX. Okay, down below we have a chart and the benchmark monitor. We can see how much the temperature increased. On A57 it's 4.4 degrees, and the level of battery that has been drained is 4%. On A37 the temperature increased 3 degrees, and the battery that has been drained is 3%. Alrighty, and let's go with the last app, last test, 3D Mark. I'm going to use the wildlife test, which is actually the recommended one. let's run it. When it comes to this test, I'm not going to skip the video because it doesn't take that long. Okay. It's going to take a little bit, so, but not that long, just like the Antutu benchmark, so it will be much faster. I think that it takes like up to 1 minute, I think, if I'm not wrong. So let's wait until it's finished and then we'll verify the results. We'll compare everything. Okay, we have the results. Okay. So the overall score on A57 is 6402, on A37 3912. Average FPS was almost 40, on A37 23.43, so it's like almost 2 times more. Okay, and down below we have other things. The minimum frame rate was 23, maximum was 50. In here it was 14 to 30. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A37 over here and A57 over here, and we're going to go through the full comparison, and I've got the table which where I have every single information about it. So, quick summary if you don't want to watch the whole video. A37 the best value, A57 better performance on camera. Both are very similar, but there are a few upgrades, key upgrades, that make the difference. So let's start. The release date is the same, actually, 2026. Display is the same, almost, because the Galaxy A57 has the 6.7 inches AMOLED plus 120 Hz, when on the contrary the Samsung A37 over here has the same display, the same size, but not AMOLED plus, just AMOLED. And really it doesn't really make a difference, but seeing it, you know, and I know that something has plus, it just seems better. So apart from that, when it comes to the CPU, the processor, the Galaxy A37 has slower processor. The Galaxy is Exynos 1480, or Samsung Galaxy A57 has Exynos 1680, which is slightly faster. The RAM is the same almost, because here they have the range of the Samsung Galaxy A37 from 6 to 12, where A57 has 8 to 12. What about the cameras? Here they have on the A37, here they have 50 megapixels plus 8 megapixel ultrawide and I think 5 megapixels macro. And on the A57 we have 50 megapixels plus 12 megapixels ultrawide and the same 5 megapixel sensor on the macro. The video is on both full HD and 60 FPS. I mean, not FHD, it's UHD, of course, Ultra HD, ultra high definition, which is 60 FPS. When it comes to the battery, 5000 mAh, this is the same battery in both models. So the video and the battery is the same. Charging is the same, 45 watts also. The protection IP68 on both, the same. The build on the A37 has its plastic frame, but A57 does support the metal and aluminum frame. Software updates both the same 6 years. The price, this A57 is $100, I think. More expensive, and when it comes to the software lag, the version which comes to you is One UI 8.5 Android 16. So, when it comes to performance, there is the biggest difference. A57 supports solid everyday performance, but A57 has noticeably faster chip. It has real impact on gaming, multitasking, and future-proofing. When it comes to camera, A57 wins again. When it comes to the build quality, it feels more premium, and again it wins here. The display is almost the same, so it doesn't matter. Battery is a tie again. Software updates the same tie. Price versus value, A37 is cheaper and great value. And as a final verdict, pick Galaxy A57 if you game, you want better camera, and you keep phones for years, and of course you want that premium feel. It's better long-term phone. Pick Galaxy A37 A37 if you want best value, use your phone casually, and using social media and daily apps only. So that's it, hope it helps you, and goodbye.
The Galaxy A57 5G launched on April 10, 2026 as Samsung's mid-range 5G phone for the year. It ships with Android 16 and One UI 8.5, and Samsung has pulled most of the awesome intelligence features set down from the S line into the A series. This video only covers the AI side of this phone, not the hardware. So let's jump into Gemini first. A long press on the side button opens Google Gemini, as you can see right here, which has replaced Bixby as the default assistant on this phone. Gemini reaches into Samsung's native apps and a selection of Google apps in the same request. So let's try doing a request. I'll ask it to find a coffee shop near my meeting and send the location to someone. Find a coffee shop near my 8 p.m. meeting and send the location to Angeline. And as you can notice, it immediately gives me the message that will be sent to Angeline, and I can just say yes. And it's sent. Super easy. And this is how intelligent Google Gemini truly is. It combined a calendar entry with a map search and handed the result to messages without the user switching between apps. In everyday use, this matters most when you want a result rather than a list of links. Asking Gemini to summarize a long email thread or to extract the action items from yesterday's notes works without opening any app. For more specific actions like making a booking or running a calculation in a spreadsheet, you still end up in the relevant app, and Gemini just hands you off. Now circle to search with multi-object recognition. Circle to search is triggered by a long press on the home gesture bar. And on the A57, it now recognizes multiple objects in the same frame. If you circle a person in a photo, it can tag the jacket and the bag as separate items. So let's see that. Sorry, let's try to select again. And now it has found similar images, but you can also do exact matches. You can do visual matches. And about this image, it'll tell you more about it. Okay, and let's see something else to see how it detects different items on the photo. Okay, if I want to find this outfit, let's just press and hold on the home button and circle the whole look. Now, it'll tell me that what the look features. I can click on find the look, and then AI will analyze what's on the image, and it will let me find all of the interesting pieces of this look. In practice, this is useful for shopping and for identifying things you see on social media, where the image is usually a crowded composition. The limitation is also pretty important. System only recognizes commercially relevant categories reliably, which mostly means clothing, furniture, food, and consumer gadgets. Less common objects like specific plant species or vintage hardware will still fall back to a generic image search. AI Select lets you draw around a region of the screen and turn whatever is inside into an action. Long pressing the edge panel opens it directly, so let's try it, which is a change from the A56 where you had to go through the sidebar menu. Once you've circled a region, the phone offers context-specific actions like copying the text, saving it as a sticker, turning a sketch into a more polished drawing, or sending the selection to another app, or setting it as a wallpaper. The main use cases are pulling text out of screenshots and grabbing characters from a manga panel for translation. AI Select overlaps with Circle to Search, but the division of labor is clear in use. AI Select is about extracting or transforming what's already on screen, while Circle to Search is about finding the same thing elsewhere on the web. Object Eraser with more natural cleanup. Object Eraser lets you tap or draw around something in a photo and have the phone fill in what was behind it. On the A57, the fill looks more plausible than on previous A-series phones, especially in busy backgrounds like a cafe or a garden with leaves and branches. Let's test it out. If I take this photo and edit it right now, I can select Object Eraser. Then erase any object whatsoever. Let's do something easy first. Just tap on Erase, and you can see how fast it was. Now let's do something more complex. For example, this piece and the camera, so I can just circle around them. Let's do one by one. Let's tap on Erase. Let's erase this one as well. And of course, it doesn't work as good as on the S series. That's normal. But earlier A-series versions tended to leave a smooth, blurry patch. The A57 reconstructs texture and perspective lines more often than it smudges them. It still fails in the cases you'd expect. If the erased object covered a person's face or a section of text, the result is usually obviously wrong and worth redoing manually. For removing a distant passerby or a traffic cone on the edge of a holiday photo, it works well enough that you won't go back and zoom in to inspect. And it's time for voice transcription in the voice recorder app. The voice recorder app now transcribes recordings into text automatically, and it can translate the transcript between supported languages. It also works on call recordings and on voicemail audio, which means a missed voicemail can be read in the lock screen notification without being played back. Now, once I've recorded the message, I can just transcribe it like so. Let's continue. Let's select a language. It's going to be English. Now, once the language is installed, you will see that it has the option to transcribe. It is analyzing the recording, and soon it will all be ready. So let's just give it a moment, and as you can see, it is done. It did it. I think it works pretty well. Maybe the first word, I don't think I said it, abstract, but maybe I just started recording it before, like I started while saying that word in the middle of a word. And there is a problem with the transcriptions, because for me as a multilingual person, the main limitation is language coverage. Transcription is accurate in English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Japanese, and Korean, and the translation model handles the same set reliably. Other languages, including much of Eastern Europe or Central Europe and most of Southeast Asia, are present but less accurate in accents and technical vocabulary. For meetings where the spelling of names and jargon matters, expect to clean up the transcript afterwards. Now it's time for the gallery. The gallery app has picked up two AI-driven editing tools. Auto Trim looks at the video clip and proposes cuts, silences, and visually dead sections, turning a 3-minute raw video recording into a 30 or 40-second version you can share. Let's try it out. In the gallery, I need to go to the menu, then Studio. Now start a new project and select a clip or up to 60 clips. Then click on Done, and I can very easily click on this Auto Trim button right here. Now it'll cut each video clip down to its highlights, leaving only the most interesting parts of the video. Later, I can also adjust the length of the finished project to make it more punchy or longer. So let's try it out. You can see it is already generated, and I have 25 seconds currently selected, which is the maximum here, and it has cut the video into pieces. You can see here's the first piece. Now it'll change to another one and then to another one. But let's make it more punchy. The stairs, it takes too long. Let's do 16 seconds. Now, there's still 3 clips, but they are cut differently. When I start playing it, it does the garden first, and later the stairs just for a short time, and then opening the door and looking on the outside, just like so. And this is what the suggestions do. It basically scans a photo and proposes actions like removing lens flare as well, because that's another thing that we have here. And let's see it as well. So if you select a photo in the gallery, you can simply click on this AI button, and in some cases where there is an option to fix the photo simply, it just tells you what you can do here. Of course, object eraser and remaster is always there, but erase shadows, not always there. Here it will be. Sometimes it also may give you an option to colorize a black and white shot, remaster blown out areas, or remove the lens flare, lift shadows. You can see here there are no shadows anymore. Sometimes it's useful, of course, sometimes shadows just look natural, but in some cases you just want to remove them because they are covering something or they are on something you don't want them on. Custom filters is the third editing piece. You feed the phone a reference photo, for example, a greeting you like from someone else's shot, or a film you've saved, and the phone builds a filter that approximates that look. So let's try it out. You just go to filters in the editing of a photo, then click on plus and select another photo which sliding you liked. Let's do this one, for example, and now you can see it has applied it. If I click on, that disappeared, whatever. Let's do it again. Let's click on done, and now you can see I have filter 1. This is what it looked like originally, and this is what it looks like with the filter on. So you can apply it to your own photos, and up to 99 filters can be stored on your device. The filters are good for matching a consistent style across an Instagram feed, but they're not a substitute for manual editing if you care about specific color values. Okay, so who is it for? The A57 makes sense for someone who wants the full One UI 8.5 AI feature set on a 2026 mid-range budget phone and cares more about the photo and voice editing tools than about having the fastest on-device model. Samsung's awesome intelligence here is mostly the same. Gemini and Circle to Search stack you get on cheaper pixels. So the value depends on whether the Samsung specific additions like Best Face and Voice Recorder, Transcription Match, what you'd actually use. If you're already on recent S series phone, there's no AI feature. On the A57, you don't already have. If you're upgrading from an A53 or an A54, the gap is significant, especially in the gallery and voice recorder apps. Now, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the AI features on this phone? And feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one.
Hello guys, today I have got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to fix charging speed. So, actually at first the most important thing is to check the settings. So at first go to settings, head over to the battery, scroll down to the charging settings and check if the fast charging is ticked on. Make sure that it's on because if it's off, your phone will charge your battery slowly by default. So apart from that, make sure that you use right charger and the cable. To get full speed, you need to use USB Type-C to C cable and 25 watts or 45 watts power delivery and PPS charger. A quick charger equals slow charging even if phone supports fast charging. And a quick tip from me, chip cables have limits fit automatically. Number 3 tip is to clean the charging port. Dust equals reduced contacts equals slow charging. So do this safely. Turn off your phone with the power and volume down, holding. And now here power off and then power off to confirm. Then use soft brush or wooden toothpick to clean this old dust and remove the lint gently. make sure that you use non-metallic tool. Apart from that, control the heat, which is the very important factor in your phone. Charging slowdowns when hot, so avoid gaming while charging under pillow, or hot environments. Heat protection automatically reduces the speed. Number 5, close the background application. So do something like this: swipe from the bottom to the top, or just tap for the top. Just do something like this: swipe up from the bottom, and here click close all. Background steals power during charging. Apart from that, you can turn off the power saving mode by heading over to the settings again, here battery again, and here power saving, take it off. Some modes limit charging performance indirectly. Apart from that, you can try to stop heavy usage while charging, so avoid video streaming, gaming, and GPS navigation, because if phone splits any power, the battery charging is just slower. And apart from that, you can try, you can try to restart your phone. It's very simple but very effective because it fixes charging detection bugs. To do so, just hold the power and volume down buttons, restart, and here restart. You can try a different power source, for example, test wall socket, different outlet, or power bank. Laptop USB ports are slowest option available. And that should be it for this video. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to fix the display issues. So actually display issues can feel scary, but most of the time they are just settings, software glitches, or minor conflicts, not a damaged screen. So let's start by restarting our phone. I know that you may have done it, but if you haven't, just do it. Hold the power and volume down button on your phone, and here tap restart and restart. This is the power, this is the volume down, this is the down part of it, and now you need to just wait until it boots up. It clears temporary UI and display glitches instantly without worries. So actually, while the phone is turning on, I can talk about problems. So what are most common problems with the display? It can be flickering screen, colors look washed out or too strong, brightness changes on its own, touch lag or delayed response, and random black screen flashes. As you can see now, I have my phone turned on, so let it be booted up completely, and now I can move to the next thing here, which is actually the brightness. At first go to the settings, and here go to the display. Now, as you can see, make sure that the auto brightness is disabled, and slightly lower the brightness level so that you can see that it's good for your eyes. Auto brightness can misread lighting and cause flicker. Apart from that, here tap screen mode, and from vivid switch to natural, or from natural switch to vivid. Just check if you feel any difference in the colors. If you do, set the best mode for you, because wrong mode can make your display look off. Number 4, actually, switch the refresh rate. Tap motion smoothness and set standard to just a steady stability, or set from 60 Hz to adaptive, depending on which mode you use. It helps you see. It helps if you see flicker or micro stutters in your device. Apart from that, you can turn off the extra display features, such as you can see here, eye comfort shield. Here, the eye comfort shield. Oh, wait a moment, where is that? Touch sensitivity, accidental touch protection. Just disable this all. These sometimes can conflict with the brightness control. Number 6 is to check the screen protector and case, because if you have some cheap or fixed screen protector or magnetic case, this can interfere with sensors and brightness behavior, so make sure to have it disabled. And that should be it for this video. Goodbye!
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix battery drain on the Samsung A57 5G. So if you feel like your phone's battery is draining a little too fast, there are a few things we can do to improve that. And the first thing to do is probably the most important one, and that would be to check which apps use the most battery in the background and disabling the background activity. So to do that, we need to open up the Settings app, then tap on Battery. And down here, you'll find Battery Usage, and this tab will show you which apps use up the most of the battery. So right now, I don't have any apps displayed right here, but if you do, you can see how much battery it's used up throughout the day and which ones basically use up the most. So just choose the ones that use up the most battery, and now we're going to disable that. So to do that, we need to go to Apps. So scroll down to the Apps section. Find the app that was using up the most battery. So let's do Chrome as an example. And then we're going to enable Manage App if unused. And we can also and disable things like mobile data right here, or background data usage, so you can turn off that. And you can also force stop the app so it isn't working in the background. And the next step that you can try is to uninstall bloatware. So if your phone comes with some apps that are third party and aren't needed for the phone, and you don't need them yourself, you can just uninstall them. And that's a pretty quick one. So the next one would be to try to restart your phone. And so to restart your phone, all you need to do is scroll up on the top right to open up the control panel, tap on the battery icon or the power icon, and then hit restart, and then hit it again. Now your phone is going to restart, and it's going to reset all of the processes, and it's going to pretty much get your phone up and running like it used to. This is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix Bluetooth not connecting on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if a Bluetooth device doesn't want to connect to your phone, I'm going to show you how to fix that. So the first thing that we're going to try is toggling Bluetooth off and on. So we can do that by going to Settings, tapping on Connections, and then enabling and disabling Bluetooth by using this toggle right here. So right now it's disabled, and now it's enabled. So we can try and find your device right here in this section. So for example, I'm going to use my AirPods. So right now they are in pairing mode, and we can try finding them. So let's just enable it and disable it if it's not finding it. And as you can see, the device is still not visible, so we're going to try something else. So what we can try is restarting our phone and the Bluetooth device that we're using. So just try disabling pairing mode on the Bluetooth device and restarting your phone. So to restart your phone, all you need to do is just open up the control panel, hit the power icon, and then hit restart, and then restart again. And then the device is going to start restarting. And then the last thing we can try is going to the settings and checking for software updates. So if we scroll all the way down, click software update, and then hit check for updates, it's going to check for recent updates. And if you do have an update, there might be a fix to your issue, and maybe a Bluetooth fix. And what you want to do is just update to the latest software if that's available. So just go through the process. It's pretty straightforward. And once you're done, you should be on the newest version. So now you can go back to the Bluetooth section and try and find your device. So that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix fast charging not working on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if you connect a charger to your phone and the charger isn't working at its max speed, there are a few things that you can go through to try and fix that. Now, the first thing that's important is to check how much watts your phone can actually accept. So how fast it can charge, basically. And the next thing is you should check your charger and the charging brick. So this one I have is 30 watts and the cable is like 50 watts or something like that. So it all depends on the lowest amount. So if the brick is 30 watts and the cable is 50, it's still going to charge at 30 because the brick only lets through 30 watts. So let's say this charger can charge 30 watts max. So right now I'm going to connect it, plug it into the wall, and plug it into the phone. As you can see, it's charging. And to check if it's fast charging or not, we can go to settings, and then from the main menu, select battery. And here, as you can see, it says super fast charger connected. So it's working at its max capacity. Now, if that's not the case for you, the issue could be in the charger. So just try replacing the charger with a more powerful one, or just a different one to see if that actually helps. And you can also try cleaning the charging port. So this USB-C port right here. Use something like a little thin brush or something non-metallic to scrape the dirt or the dust out. And you can also make sure that you have all of the charging options enabled. So for example, there is charging settings, and check that you have fast charging enabled right here. Now the last thing, which is also pretty important, is you can try and update the software to see if any charging issues have been fixed in the latest version of the device. So if you go to the main settings menu, scroll all the way down to software update, and tap on check for updates. It's going to pretty much check for the updates that are available. And if there is an update available, I suggest updating and seeing if that actually helps with the charging. And if it doesn't, you can always go to a certified place where you can repair the phone, or do a diagnostic to see if actually anything's broken. And you can always have that fixed for you. So that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix headphones not getting detected on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if you have headphones or a pair of earbuds that aren't connecting to your phone, I'm going to show you a few things that you can try to fix that. So the first thing that you can try doing is test the headphones with another device. So just try connecting them or pairing them to a different device to see if they work with that one. And if that is the case, so if that actually is the thing that happens, there's probably an issue with Bluetooth or pairing. And to fix that, there's a video on our channel that you can check out to try and fix the issue. Now, the next thing that you can try doing is inspecting the headphone jack or the USB-C port, whichever one you're connecting to, for debris or anything that's obstructing it. So just check it out, see if there's anything stuck in there, and try cleaning it out with a brush or anything non-metallic. So the next thing that you can try doing is restarting the phone by going to the control panel by scrolling from top right to bottom, and then hitting the power button, and then hitting restart, and then tapping restart again. And that will restart your phone, reset all of the processes. That might help with the pairing. So another thing that you can try is using another pair of headphones. So just grab a different device or a different pair of headphones and try connecting them to the phone. So you can do that by putting the device into pairing mode, then opening up settings. From the main menu, go into connections, tapping Bluetooth, turn it on, and try to see if it's available in this menu right here. So the next thing that you can try doing is checking for software updates. So to check for software updates, we need to go to settings, then scroll down to software update, tap on that, then hit check for updates. And that is going to check if you have an update available. And if you do, make sure to update your phone to that new version to get all of the fixes and all of the issues sorted out. And that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix low volume on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if you feel like your volume is too low or kind of muted on your phone, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to fix that. So the first thing that we're going to try is to adjust the media or call volume. And to do that, all you have to do is press the volume keys to open up this menu right here, and then click on the three dots. So this is going to open up this volume mixer menu where you can change the volume of different things on your phone. So just increase the ones that you need. So like the media, the ringtone, the notifications in system, and you can do AI assistant. So just increase all of these to see if that helps. And the next thing that we're going to try is disabling Do Not Disturb mode. So Do Not Disturb mode might be making the volume quieter. So for example, the notifications are going to be muted, and you can do other things. So just make sure you disable it by clicking on by going to the control panel and then finding the Do Not Disturb option. So if it's not here, you can click on the pen icon to edit the menu. So click on the edit button right here, and then make sure that you have the Do Not Disturb option added. And to add it, all you need to do is press on Add the Control, find the Do Not Disturb option. There it is. Tap on it, and it's going to get added. Now you can drag it pretty much anywhere you want. So I'm going to drop it right here. And now if you exit out, as you can see, the Do Not Disturb option will be right here. So just make sure to disable Do Not Disturb. And now we can move on to the next one. What you can also try doing is cleaning the speaker or the headphone port on your device. So just take out all of the dirt with a non-metallic item, like maybe a brush or anything like that, and just clean it out, the bottom speaker and the top speaker. Clean both of them out to get all the dirt out. Then the next thing that you can try doing is testing the volume in safe mode. So to enable safe mode, we need to go to the control panel, press the power icon, and then hold on the power off, and then click safe mode. So what Safe mode does is it basically disables the third-party apps on your phone, so your phone is in its base state without getting affected by any of the apps that you've installed. So just test out the volume in that mode, and then once you're done, you can restart your phone to go back to the normal phone mode. And the last thing you can try doing is updating the software. And to do that, we need to open up the settings, scroll down to software update, and click check for updates. So if you do have an update, make sure to update your phone by going through the guide process. It's pretty straightforward. And once you're done, you're going to be on the newest version, and it might fix some of the audio bugs. And that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix no sound during calls on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if you're not getting any sound or anything during a call, I'm going to show you a few tips that you can do to try and fix that. Now the first one will be to turn the volume all the way up. So while you're turning on the volume up, you have this little icon right here. You can tap on it, and it's going to take you to this section right here. So these are pretty much the volume control. So it controls the volume of different things in your phone. So you have the ringtone, you have the media, you have an AI assistant, notifications, and system. So what we want to do is just drag the system one all the way up to test if that was the issue. And now try calling someone, and if that helps you, then that means that was the issue. So let's move on to the next thing that you can do to try and fix that. What you can do is just try cleaning the earpiece, which is this one on the top, this little slit right here. Just try cleaning it with like a soft brush or something non-metallic, non-sharp, to clean out the dirt, or maybe something is interfering with the speaker. So just try doing that. And the next thing that you can try doing is testing the sound with another app. So something like WhatsApp, Messenger, just pretty much anywhere where you can contact someone. So just try using a different app to see if that's the issue. And if that is the issue and you're actually receiving, and you can hear the other end on your device, then that means that the issue is in the app that you are currently using. What you can also try doing is just simply restarting the phone. So to restart your phone, you just open up the control panel, hit the power button on the top right, hit restart, and then hit restart again. And it's going to restart your phone and to pretty much reset any processes that were going on the phone. That is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix screen flickering on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if you're looking at your screen right now and it's flickering and it's doing some weird stuff, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to help fix that. And the first thing that you can try doing is adjusting the brightness. So we can do that by going to the settings, and from the main menu, going to the display section. And here you can adjust the brightness. So try dragging this slider right here to get rid of the flickering. And maybe at some point the flickering stops. And the next thing that you can try doing is disabling adaptive brightness too. So that might also help. And what adaptive brightness does is just it changes the brightness based on your environment. And just make sure to disable it or enable it to see if that also helps. And then the next thing that you can try doing is downloading some sort of screen dimmer app from the Google Play Store. So there are a bunch of apps that allow you to change the brightness of your phone way beyond what your phone allows you to. So you can install an app like that and actually use it to change the brightness. There are sometimes anti-flickering options that you can enable or disable in the app. And the last thing that you can try doing is checking for software updates. So a new software update might fix your issue because maybe in the new update you have the bug that is causing your screen to flicker fixed. So to update the software, all we need to do is scroll down in the settings to software update, then tap check for updates. And if there is an update available, make sure to update it, go through the process. It is pretty straightforward. And once you're done, you're going to be on the new update and your issue might be fixed. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix speakers not working on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if volume or pretty much any sort of sound isn't coming out of your speakers, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to try and fix that. So the first thing that you can try is pressing on the sound key to open up this menu right here, and then tapping on the three dots. So this opens up this volume mixer, which allows you to change the volume levels of different things in your phone. So just make sure to try out these different things, like turn all of them up to see if that was the issue, and try playing different sorts of audio to see if that was the issue. Now, the next thing that you can try doing is cleaning the speakers, both top one and bottom one, with a soft brush. So make sure you're not using anything metallic or sharp to not damage the speakers. So that might help clear out the channels from which the sound passes through, and may help you get your sound back. So the second thing, or the next thing, is you can try disabling Bluetooth to make sure that you aren't connected to any other devices that might be playing the sound. So just disable Bluetooth and try playing the volume again, or the sound again. So what you can also do is try and restart your phone into safe mode. So to do that, we need to open up the control panel, tap on the power icon, hold on the power off icon, and then click on safe mode. So safe mode pretty much disables everything that's third party on the phone to help you determine whether it's some sort of app that's preventing the sound from playing on your phone. And the last thing that you can try is updating the software on your phone. So if you open up settings, scroll down to software update and click check for updates, it's going to check if new updates are available. So my phone is up to date, but if yours isn't, make sure to update by following the guide. It's pretty straightforward, and once you're done, you're going to be up to date, and that might help you get your sound back. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to fix the touchscreen not responding on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if your touchscreen is performing poorly, like not responding to some of the touches or just outright not working at all, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to try and fix that. So the first one would be to remove the screen protector or the case, which might be causing the interference with your phone. So the phone might be detecting the phone case or the screen protector as you touching the phone, which causes the other inputs to be blocked. So make sure to remove both of those and try to see if that helps. And the other thing that you can try doing is just clean the screen with a microfiber cloth or anything like that to remove everything, like the fingerprints, the dust, anything that's on the screen, just like that. So the next thing that you can try doing is force restarting the phone to refresh the system. So you can force restart the phone by just holding the two buttons. So in our case, it's the power and the volume down buttons. So just keep holding them until the phone turns off. So this should take around 10 seconds. And once it turns off, it's going to turn back on again. And that will refresh the system and reset all of the things that have been happening in the background. And maybe get the touchscreen working. So once the phone boots up, the next thing you can try doing is booting into safe mode to check for app issues. So what safe mode is, it's basically a mode on your phone which disables all of the third-party things that have been installed on the phone. So it's just going to be your base phone as if you've just unboxed it. So to put it into safe mode, all you need to do is open up the control panel, hold the volume button, the power button, and tap on it, and then hold the power off button, and then tap safe mode. And that's going to boot the phone into safe mode without any third-party apps enabled. And then the last thing that you can try doing is trying to update the system. So just make sure to get a software update by going to the settings, scroll down to software update, tap on that, and click check for updates. So that is going to check if you have any updates available. And if you do, make sure to update to that newest version by going through the process. It's going to guide you. It's pretty straightforward. And once you're done, that might get the touchscreen working properly. And that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you. And make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone. Welcome to the HardReset channel. And today I'm going to show you how to fix Wi-Fi not working on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if Wi-Fi isn't working on your phone, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do to try and fix it. So the first thing that we're going to do is actually enable Wi-Fi. So we can do that by opening up the control panel and then hitting this Wi-Fi icon. So it highlights white like that. That means that it's turned on. And then we can connect to a network. So we're going to go to settings, tap on connections, tap on Wi-Fi. And here we're going to select the network that we want to connect to and type in the password. So there we go. I typed in the password, and as you can see, I'm connected. So right now I'm connected to the Wi-Fi and it all works perfectly. But if it's not working for you and something is wrong, like it's not connected to the network or Wi-Fi is just not appearing in general, you can try forgetting the network that you've been previously connected to, if there is even an option like that for you, and then trying to reconnect again. So you can forget the network by tapping on the settings icon next to the network that you're connected to, and then clicking view more, then scrolling down and clicking on forget. So once you click forget, it's going to basically log you out of the network, and you're going to have to turn on, type in the password again if you want to access it. So next thing you can try doing is restarting the phone and the router. So to restart the phone, you need to open up the control panel, tap the power icon, and then hit restart, and then tap restart again. And then your phone is going to restart fully and reset some of the processes on your phone, and that might help. What you can also do is restart the router. So find the router in your house or anywhere that you want, the router that you want to connect to basically, and just restart it by plugging it out and then plugging it back in, or just hitting the power button. Now the next thing that you can try is checking for software updates. So there might be an issue on your software's version, and the new software update might fix that. So it might fix some of the issues with the Wi-Fi. So what we need to do is open up the settings And then from the main menu, we're going to scroll down to Software Update, and then click on Check for Updates. And then it's going to check for updates and tell you if you need to download a new version. So I don't have to download a new version because my software is up to date, but if it says that you need that there's an update available, do make sure to update it by just following the process. It's pretty straightforward, and once you're done, you're going to have the latest software. And the last thing that you can try doing is trying to reset the network settings. So resetting network settings basically resets pretty much what it says. It resets all of the settings related to the network. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So to reset the network, we're going to open up the settings and then scroll down to the general management setting. And then scroll down again to reset. And then scroll down again and select reset Wi-Fi and Bluetooth settings. Then tap on reset settings. And it's going to tell you that the settings have been reset. And now all you need to do is just connect back to the Wi-Fi network and check in if that helped. And that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to improve battery life on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if you want your phone's battery to last longer, there are a few things that we're going to do. And the first one would be to disable always on display. Now, always on display is a feature where if you turn off your phone, there's going to be a screen right here that is always on, for example, something like this. So you can check the time, the date, and even notifications sometimes, and the battery. Now, this screen right here doesn't consume as much battery as just having the screen on because it lowers the refresh rate on your phone and the brightness. But at the same time, it consumes more than just having your screen fully off. So if you want more battery, we're going to turn that screen off. To do that, we're going to go to settings, scroll down to display. Scroll down to lock screen and AOD. That's the one. And then we're going to just tap on always on display and disable it. So we're going to tap on the toggle and the screen is going to be turned off. So now if we turn off our phone, as you can see, there is no always on display. You can only turn on your phone fully. So the next thing is to shorten the screen timeout time. So a screen timeout is a feature where if you're not using your phone, it's going to turn off automatically. And we're going to decrease the time it takes for the screen to actually turn off. So we're going to go to settings, then scroll down to display, scroll down again to screen timeout and select something between 15 seconds to 1 minute. So 15 seconds is good, and 30, and other ones are just longer, so your phone's going to be staying on for longer for pretty much no reason. So let's do 30 seconds, and that is pretty much it. So now if the phone is not going to be touched for the amount of time you set, the phone is going to turn off. Now the other thing that we can do is disable vibrations and haptic feedback. So both of those options also consume some battery. For example, when you're typing, you can feel a little vibration in the keyboard, or if you're performing other tasks, and that also consumes battery. So let's turn that off by going to sounds and vibration. And here we're going to scroll down, find the vibration option or the haptic option. So there you go, system vibration and vibration density. So here you can pretty much turn all of this off, or the ones that you don't really need. So just turn all of these options off by making the toggles gray, which means that they're turned off, and also decrease the vibration intensity right here. And that's how you turn off the vibrations. Now, the last one, which is one of the most important ones, is to turn on dark mode. So dark mode pretty much makes all of the user interface from white to dark. So all of the apps right now, as you can see, all are white in the backgrounds and in the buttons. But if we turn on dark mode, it's going to turn it black. So we're going to scroll down to display and then just enable dark. So dark mode. And here, as you can see, everything, even the third-party apps, are now in dark mode. And that helps because the pixels that are black are basically turned off on OLED screens, which means that less pixels are being used, which gives you more battery. And that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to stop your phone from heating while charging on the Samsung Galaxy A57. So if while charging your phone is overheating or it gets a little too hot sometimes, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to prevent that. Now the first one would be to check for background apps that might be consuming power and causing the heat. So to do that, we're going to go to settings, and then from the main menu we're going to scroll down to battery, and down here under battery usage you will have the list of the apps that use up the most of your battery. So the list might be different for you, so just select the apps that use up the most battery and you want to disable the background activity of. And then we're going to go back to this main settings menu, scroll down to apps, and here we're going to find the apps that we want to limit the background activity of. So I'm going to use Google for this one, and all we need to do is scroll down to battery and enable one of these options. So we can do unrestricted, which allows to use the battery in the background without restrictions. Optimized, which optimizes the background usage based on your usage of the app. And then you have restricted, which basically restricts battery usage while this app is running in the background. So just make sure to enable the restricted option. And that is pretty much it that we need to do in this section. So just do this for the apps that consume the most battery, and that should help. Now the next thing that you can that I suggest doing is using the original charger that comes with the phone. Now this isn't an original charger, but it is pretty good, so I'm using that one. But if the charger that you are using that isn't an original charger is causing your phone to heat up, make sure to switch it out. And then another tip is to not use your phone while you're gaming. So if you're playing a game and you have a charger connected, that is going to heat up your phone massively because the phone gets pretty much charged, and then the power gets used up, and it's just a whole cycle which causes the battery to heat up. So make sure to avoid doing that. Then what you can also do is remove the case from your phone. So let's say you have a protective case on the phone, and that basically traps heat between the phone itself and the case, which causes the phone to heat up. So make sure to remove that while charging, and also keep it in a cool and ventilated area. And that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to unlock Samsung Galaxy A57 without password. Okay, but before we begin we need to discuss a few things. First thing is, please only try to unlock your phone, in no other case someone else's, because that's unethical and it's also a crime, so have that in mind. Second thing is that we need to perform a factory reset using recovery mode, and all of our data will be erased. Third thing is that when we get to the setup process, the phone will want to verify us, and we will have to sign in into the same Google account into which we're logged in before the reset. Okay, if you want to continue, follow my steps. You need to have an USB-C cable that is connected into your PC, laptop, or Mac. And now, you need to insert the cable. And now to enter recovery mode, we gotta hold power key and volume down at the same time until the screen turns off. When it does, start holding power key and volume up. And when Samsung logo pops out, release the power key but keep holding volume up. Thanks to that, we'll open up the recovery mode. So, volume up, volume down, and power. Keep holding. Now power and volume up. And now release the power key, but keep holding volume up. Okay, we are in recovery mode. Using volume keys, select Wipe Data Factory Reset, confirm, click on Factory Data Reset, confirm. When it says Data Wipe Complete, select Reboot System Now, and confirm by clicking the power button. You can also unplug the cable. And now we just need to simply wait until our phone turns on, and then we'll have to go through the setup process. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello guys! Today, as you can see, I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and we're going to manage the storage efficiently on this device. We have actually two ways of doing so. The first is in the Files application, which is stored over here in the Samsung folder, and now the second thing is here in the settings. So I think I prefer this version of the settings. So at first go to the settings and now scroll down to the device care over here. Now tap storage. As you can see here, I've got 10% used. If you tap show more right here, you can see images, audio files, videos, documents, installation files, compressed files, app, system, other files, and recycle bin. How to manage this storage efficiently. So if you feel that you have here many things over here, you need to start with the biggest category. As you can see here, we've got system, so we can't do anything with system, but the next one is apps. So tap apps, and as you can see here, we've got the apps list. So if you want to delete and you want to get it clear, just delete the applications we don't need. For example, Genshin Impact, tap it, uninstall, uninstall. So let's just think that we have done it. Apart from that, here, for example, I can go to images, delete the images by holding. Here you can select all, and here delete. Apart from that, you can move the files by tapping, etc., etc. Here, as you can see, we have the recycle bin, and I do recommend to clean the recycle bin from time to time, or as you can see, leave it as it is, because here, after the 30 days, it will be deleted automatically. Here we've got the unused apps, and I do recommend to uninstall the unused apps also. Here if we go back, we can see that here we've got the memory, but this is about RAM. So let me go back again, and here to this folder, I can use the files. As you can see, here we've got almost the same thing, but in a different way. I mean, shown in a different way to us, and we can do here the same things. Delete, of course, for the apps. Delete, move, etc. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys. Today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57, and I'm going to show you how you can easily master the macro photography in your device. So, at first open the camera, and here tap more. Now you should see here the macro mode. Now you need to hold your camera something around 3 to 5 centimeters from the subject. And now if you want to focus on something, you need to just click your screen. Now, for example, let me take this thing over here, our logo, and now this is this distance, this is correct distance. Here, now click photo, and now that's it. It looks beautiful, as you can see, isn't it? Doesn't it? So apart from that, here now we have the filters, and so is the flashlight. Apart from that, here we've got the exposure and some basic settings that we have got in normal photo mode. And there is no more psychology than this. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today we're going to master the night photography on our Samsung Galaxy A57. So, at first we need to open the photo camera, and now you have two ways of doing the night photos. The first one actually is here in night mode here. If there are some bad lighting conditions, we can actually turn it off or on using this moon icon over here. Now we can just take our hands steady. We need to have our elbows tucked in, and everything should be nice. We need to remember to keep our phone steady. If you want to do some dynamic shots, this is actually not for you. Just disable actually this night mode, and then, because it will just be blurred. Apart from that, apart from this photo, we can dedicate night mode. If we tap more and tap night over here, but it's just, without any difference. The only difference is here that we can see the time that we'll have our photo being done. As you can see here, we've got 9 seconds. Let me show you what is here. As you can see, it's bright. So I think it's very, very nice actually. And so actually these are all the tips for night mode. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to use the portrait mode settings. So today we're going to be mastering them. At first you need to open the camera application and open straight portrait. As you can see here, I've got zoom, and the zoom can be here or here. We don't have many more options for zoom. Here, as you can see, we've got this dot icon, and if we tap it, we can see the effect. We can change the effects: blur to studio, to high key mono, low key mono, and backdrop. And of course, here we've got color point. Apart from that, here we've got FX strength. We can increase it up to 7 or decrease it to 0. And we can do this with everyone. If we want to reset this to the default, we need to just tap this. We need to not tap, but we need to set it to the default value, which is of course 5. If you want to exit this, just tap this X over here. And apart from that, if we tap somewhere on the screen, we can focus on the subject that we want to focus on, of course. And as you can see, wait a moment, in the top right corner we can see lightning. We can increase the lightning or decrease it. And now let me, for example, show you how does this work. Now this is the subject I want to focus on. Phone should say ready, and now as you can see, this is my photo created by the portrait. Apart from that, here as you can see, with this, when we tap this square button, we can see the ratio, the timer, the gear icon for settings, for all camera settings, not only portrait, this facial improver, and of course lighting and exposure. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and we're going to go through the shooting modes in this device. Camera, and now default photo mode. Best for everyday shots, and it is AI engineered automatically. This is for quick photos, social media, and good lighting. Night mode, more, and here night. It's designed for low light. You need to hold your phone steady and let it process for a few seconds. It's best for the night city shots in their low light. Avoid moving subject because they blur. Now let's go back. Here, video mode. Choose here the mode of this FHD 60 if you want to have smooth video, or UHD 30 to have detailed. Here, apart from that, as you can see, we have portrait, so that will just, do the photo with the background blur, bokeh, so-called. Here we have this FX strength, and here we have blur, studio, high key mono, low key mono, and backdrop and color point. And as you can see here, we have fun, which are the snapshot lenses, which can be actually disabled easily. And if we open more, we can see some else things like panorama, left and right, turning phone left and right, it will do a panorama photo, macro mode, which as you can see, you can just put your phone close to the subject and take a photo, high quality, slow motion, and hyperlapse just are the completely opposite options here. And food, which just, uses some pro things to make your image look better. Pro video and pro photo, which can be used by professionals to take better photos. And if you, for example, open the photo here and tap this square icon, we can see here, and it's in every mode, the megapixels, 12 or 50, the ratio, here the timer, flashlight, settings of our camera, exposure, filters, motion photo, or some as you can see, improver for our face. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to use the text-to-speech thing on your Samsung Galaxy A57. At first, open the settings. Now you need to scroll down the accessibility settings here in your device, and it's here as you can see, accessibility. Now you need to go straight to the, where was it? I need to think. Here, TalkBack. And now TalkBack. TalkBack is a thing that, if you tap something, it just provides this spoken feedback so that you can use your device without looking at the screen. Let me show you how this works, but of course, without my comment. Here, turn off. We can finish all this because I know this. Finish, and now let me increase the volume level.
Back. Navigate up button. Double tap. Talk back.
We need to double tap something to go back.
Navigate up. Accessibility. Navigate up. Key. Installed apps. About accessibility. Interaction and dexterity. Hearing enhancements. Recommended for you. Vision enhancement. Talk back. Double tap. Accessibility. Hearing enhancements. Navigate up. Amplify. Sound note. Hearing aid support. 5 of 13. Sound notifications. 6. Live transcribe. 1. Live transcribe. Double tap to navigate. Accessibility. Double tap to navigate.
It's difficult for me to use.
Accessibility. Talk back. Talk back. Talk back. Double tap to activate. Talk back. Double tap to talk. Turn off button.
Finally, and that's how to use the text-to-speech, which is the TalkBack here. Goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you the zoom capabilities on your device. So, if we open the camera, we can see in the photo, for example, the 0.6, which is the ultrawide, 1, 2, 4, and 10. But of course 10 is digital, 4 is digital, 2 I think is optical, and 1 is optical. The optical zoom equals the best quality because it uses the camera lens physically and it has no quality loss. Here we can use the best thing we can do is use presets, so for example 2x or 1x, and the better for the photo is when the less zoom is used, and so I do recommend to get closer instead of using the 10x zoom. Be careful with the digital zoom because it crops the image digitally and quality drops quickly. The more you zoom, the blurrier it gets. So actually, that should be it for this video. So, you know, apart from that, stabilization is very important because we can here tell this gear icon and here enable the but I need to find it first. Video stabilization over here, this is for the video, but I think it works the same. So here in the video it works the same, so remember to use the presets because they look often the best. Let me show you, for example, the difference between 10x of the same thing, like for example my monitor, or when I get close to this with my 1x zoom and I take the same picture. Okay, so as you can see, this is the 1x. I got shaky hands, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, we can see the pixels even, and this is the 10x where it's just getting more AI. So that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to record the quality video footage. At first open the camera app and here open video. As you can see here we have a couple modes. So just Super Steady mode, which actually is useful when you want to record some sport or dynamic things, but you need to remember that this mode needs to be turned on only when you have good lighting conditions. Here, as you can see, for smaller videos, like if you want to have your video smooth, you need to select the Full HD and 60 FPS over here. If you don't want to have your video smooth, you want it to be cinematic, tap Ultra HD and here you can start recording. As you can see here, they have even the flashlight settings. It can be there here, turned on, automatic, or turned off completely. Here, as you can see, yet we have the resolution. I mean, not resolution, this is the ratio. Here we've got the exposure, and it can be decreased or increased. And here we've got the auto framing. Apart from that, if we tap on something and with this padlock icon we can lock it, the subject will be locked completely. We have something here called Pro Video, but here it's for more advanced people, because here you can edit the ISO yet, here you can edit the shutter speed, the exposure and white balance, and autofocus to manual. ISO should be as low as possible, shutter speed 1 to 120, exposure based on your actual environment, and white balance also. That's it, hope it helps you and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to fix the camera focus issues. The most important thing at first, in the very beginning, I do recommend to do, and this is the most common fix actually, clean the camera. Take yourself a microfiber cloth or just a soft cloth and wipe gently in the circles like I will show you now. Both here, the main, ultrawide, and of course the macro. This three needs to be cleaned. Now check if your autofocus works. If your autofocus works, or the manual focus, of course, it should work. If it doesn't work still, you need to restart the camera application. So do so, okay. If you have your camera opened, do something like this, close all and reopen it. This should this should fix the temporary autofocus glitches. If your camera still can't find the focus automatically, you need to tap on your subject to focus properly manually. Hold for a second to lock focus, like for example tap like this, or hold for a second, or just tap and lock with this padlock over here. Apart from that, keep the proper distance. Autofocus struggles when you're too close to our subject or too far in macro situations. So best range is 20 to 50 centimeters for close shots and 1-2 millimeters for portraits, or 3 to 5 centimeters for macros. Avoid low light autofocus problems. So low light equals lower focus. Increase the lighting and move subject closer to the light source. Apart from that, you can try to switch the camera modes. So from photo to video and back to photo. It resets the focus system internally. If it didn't help you, you need to open the desktop, hold your finger on the camera app, tap this info icon over here, and now scroll down to the storage. Here, tap clear cache, optionally clear data, and delete. It should fix corrupted autofocus data, just your camera corrupted data. Now, open the camera, and everything should be okay. As you can see, we've got the tutorial once again, and now it should work. If it doesn't work still, you need to disable the disable the autofocus. Disable the autofocus, like, on purpose. So go to Pro, and now tap it, and instead of autofocus, set to manual focus, and adjust it manually over here. If it worked for you, that's nice, but if it didn't work for you, you need to try to test different lenses. For example, switch between 1x main, in normal photo mode, of course, switch between 1x main and 0.x ultrawide. If only one lens is blurry, could be the specific lens issue. And that should be it. If it didn't help you, you need to contact device support to have it fixed. Goodbye! Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to use the developer options safely. So what developer options are actually? These are the hidden settings meant for the developers. They give you actually deep control over the system behavior. You don't need them, but used right, they are useful. So how to enable them at first? Open the settings, scroll all the way down to the About Phone, and here Software Information. Tap here Build Number until you see you are now developer and allow for it. Once they are turned on, they are here in the developer options. So you should be able to enter PIN before that, to enable them, or some passcode or anything else. Now, safe settings you should use actually here. As you can see here, I've got some modifications already set, and they are seen in the drawing options, but I need to find them at first. Here, as you can see, we have input, and they are here drawing. I have now 3 settings made. So as you can see, animation speed. This is the best tweak of all time. Window animation scale can be set to 0.5x. Here the same is transition animation scale and animated duration scale. Every single one of these should be set to 0.5x. It makes your phone feel much smoother and faster instantly. Apart from that, we can enable the show refresh rate, which, as you can see, should be, I think, at the top somewhere. So let me go up. Networking here, show refresh rate. As you can see, now we have 120. If I'm not moving, it's none. So it lets you see when 120 Hz is active. Apart from that, USB default mode is set, can be set to the file transfer. So we'll need to find this option. It's here, as you can see, default USB configuration, and you can set it to file transfer, which is here. It saves you time when connecting to the PC. I wouldn't even actually bother about background processes limit, because it's, it can reduce lag, but don't go too low, so I won't show you this actually. But 4 settings you shouldn't touch: OM unlocking, USB debugging, leave off unless needed, force GPU rendering, system tracing, and modify DPI, which is the screen density. This can break applications, cause crashes, and affect the security. Apart from that, useful but optional tweaks as force 4x MSAA for gaming, which should be somewhere here as far as I remember, or even the hardware, so we need to scroll down a little bit. Okay, I found it. It's in here in the hardware accelerated rendering. Here, force Forex MSAA. Enable Forex MSAA in OpenGL apps. And this improves the graphics quality and uses more battery, so only enable while gaming. You can, apart from that, disable the HW overlays, which is here, and always the GPU for screen composing. So now, how to reset actually developer options? To reset them, as you can see, you need to first scroll up and just disable them. Let me show you, for example, here, allow OK, stay awake enabled. I disable now these options. Stay awake is not disabled because it's just resetted. So, golden rule, which is actually very important, change one setting at a time. So if something breaks, you know exactly what caused it. So that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
The Samsung Galaxy A57 5G was released in April 2026. It comes with One UI 8.5 based on Android 16. Here, we'll look at the system features you should know about, what they are, where to find them, and why you might need them at all. And the first feature is Circle to Search with multi-object recognition. Hold down the Home button or the navigation bar if you're using gestures, and circle any object on the screen. Google will show results based on the image. With One UI 8.5 on the A57, multi-object recognition has been introduced. This means you can circle a photo with several items, and you'll get results for each one separately. It works inside any app, including videos and messengers. And next up are Object Eraser and Best Face in the gallery. Object Eraser removes people, shadows, and text. Let me show you how to find it. We open the gallery and select any photo. Next, tap the pencil icon, and here we tap the 4 dots. After that, select Object Eraser. Choose an object and simply paint over it like this, or select it and then tap Erase. Then it removes these unwanted objects. This isn't the best example, but and it fills in the background using generative AI. Best Face solves the problem of group photos. So if someone blinked or turned away, you can replace their face with one from another shot in the same series. The A57 supports continuous shooting, so the phone itself decides what options to choose from. Simpler edits are done on the device, while more complex ones are processed in the cloud, and before sending, the phone usually gives a warning. Next is voice transcription. The voice recorder app now works like this. It converts audio to text in real time, either during recording or afterwards from any audio file, and it supports speaker separation. The finished transcript can be exported as a text file. The feature works on the device without internet for supported languages. And now I'm showing how it works. So I make a recording, then I stop it, I can save it and select the recording. And here I tap on this icon with the letter T on the right side. It starts loading. And here it gives us the text. You can also download some additional languages. So here we choose the languages we want to translate from and to, and as you can see, we get the translation right away. But this is not the same as Call Assist on the Galaxy S26. Live transcription of phone calls is not supported on the A57. This only applies to recordings and voicemail. Next, let's move on to modes and routines. You can find this in the settings. Here we have routine modes. Select it. And the preset modes, sleep, work, theater, driving, exercise, change the phone's settings. That is, notifications, brightness, and sound profile all change with a single tap. Routines are automation. You can set them to trigger by time, location, connected Wi-Fi network, Bluetooth device, or app launch. Most things that used to require Tasker can now be done here without third-party apps. Next, let's move on to Samsung Wallet. It combines contactless payments via NFC, boarding passes, tickets, and loyalty cards. It works alongside Google Wallet. You can choose the default NFC handler in the settings. Next is Samsung Pass, a biometric password manager built into, well, all browsers and apps that support autofill. It syncs between all Galaxy devices via your Samsung account Next is the Secure folder, which is an isolated copy of Android within your phone, protected by a separate password or fingerprint. You can find it in your device settings under Security and then more Security settings. And here we have the Secure folder. Everything inside apps, photos, files is encrypted with Samsung Knox and is invisible from outside. This means you can install a second copy of WhatsApp or Telegram with a different account. Next is the Edge panel and AI Select, which is the side panel that slides out from the right edge of the screen. A quick tool, fast access to favorite apps, contacts, and tools. In One UI 8.5, a long press on the panel tab launches AI Select. You can capture text, images, or a screen fragment, and then perform an AI action, such as summarizing, translating, or saving to notes, without leaving the current app. Next is DeX via USB-C. Connect the A57 to a monitor using a USB-C to HDMI cable. A full desktop appears on the screen with a windowed interface, taskbar, and mouse cursor. At the same time, the phone continues to function as a phone. A Bluetooth keyboard and mouse can be connected separately, or you can use the phone screen as a touchpad. In heavy multitasking mode, the Exynos 1680 is noticeably under load, but for working with documents, the browser, and email, the A57 is more than sufficient. It's a good choice for those who want the Samsung ecosystem. Secure folder for separating work and personal data, modes and routines instead of third-party automation, DeX for occasional work at a monitor, and 6 years of updates without needing to change your phone. If you already use Galaxy Watch or Galaxy Buds, cross-device control features work right out of the box. Flagship features, live call transcription, full-fledged Galaxy AI in real time, remain exclusive to the S26 lineup. On the A57, they will arrive later or may not arrive at all. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Like the video and subscribe to our channel.
Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to quick edit the settings in your Samsung Galaxy A57. So how to edit, use and customize. At first scroll to it. As you can see, this is the default menu. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, auto rotate, airplane mode, torch, which is the flashlight, mobile data, mobile hotspot, etc. To use, just tap each option to turn it on. Here, the brightness, etc. To edit this, to customize it, you need to tap this pen icon over here, and here now, as you can see, you can turn some features off, like for example this minus, nearby devices, smart things, modes, smart view, etc. By tapping other control, you can tap each option. Like for example, I want to tap the screenshot, it's here. I can, for example, hold it and drag it to this normal menu, and now it's here. I can extend it, and just, you know, we can do everything. Pen icon, extend, or here shorten Bluetooth. Same as with the Wi-Fi, same as with this menu. We can hear this music player, extend it, under control, and here in the other control we have many options that we can add, such as for example Finder, create note, Bluetooth hearing aids, color correction, color filter, Dolby Atmos, battery protection, sync with the I think cloud, camera access, microphone access, etc. If you are done, tap done. And apart from that, here we have panel settings, and we can have it separate or together with, as you can see, everything. Like for example, together, separate quick panel on the left side, etc. Together is this normal mode that was in previous phones, previous One UI models actually, which is actually this mode. To disable this mode, here again, separate. This is more iPhone-ish, this is more Samsung-ish. That's it, hope it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Samsung Galaxy A57 and I'm going to show you how to use the ultrawide camera effectively. The ultrawide, I know that the ultrawide camera is one of the most fun tools on your phone, but also the easiest to minus. What ultrawide is good for actually? Ultrawide equals more scene, less zoom. It's perfect for landscapes, architecture, group photos, and tight spaces such as rooms or indoors. So watch out for distortion at first. Ultrawide lenses bend edges, so as a result, now we've got buildings curve and people look stretched. Make sure to keep the important subjects in the center. The pro trick, like I discovered actually not so long time ago, is that you need to get close for dramatic shots. Ultrawide exaggerates the perspective, so get very close to the subject, keep the background far away, and as a result the subject should pop and background should look huge. It's great for the creative. Oh, why did the camera take off? Okay, I'm not going to question it. Okay, apart from that, keep the camera straight. Tilt equals distorted lines, so for buildings, hold the phone level and avoid floating up or down too much. Number, I think 5, use it in good lighting. Ultrawide sensors are usually weaker than the main camera, so the best is daylight and bright environment. Avoid night shots because they can be noisy and blurry. You can use, of course, the flashlight, but I think it won't help you when taking a photo of a building. Group photos have to be done right, so place people toward the center, avoid the edges, and it should prevent the weird proportions and stretched faces. Of course, if you want to see it because it's funny for you, you can of course leave it as it is. Use the leading lines because they look professional, so look for roads, railings, highways. The ultrawide makes lines look more dramatic. When not to use ultrawide, on the contrary, avoid for portraits, avoid for zooming subjects and low light shots. Use the main camera instead. Combine with composition in your photos. So, rule of thirds, place subject slightly off center. It makes the photo more interesting. And switch quickly. So as you can see from 1 to 0.6 actually here. Use it intentionally, not by accident. So that's it. Hope it helps you and have a nice day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to use the voice commands in your Samsung device. So, if we hold the power button, the default gesture for this is, as you can see, Gemini. So, let me show you how does the voice commands work. Navigate to the nearest KFC. It takes some time.
ZTL Krakow Old Town en route.
And now we're on a route. We can exit, and as you can see, this is the nearest KFC in the city center of Krakow. Turn off all my alarms.
Okay, I've turned off all your alarms.
Turn on all my alarms.
Okay, I've turned on all your alarms.
Delete all my alarms.
Okay, I've deleted all your alarms.
And as you can see, that's how it works. To enable it on the power button, we need to first go to the settings, and here now scroll down till you see advanced features. Here, motions and gestures, and as you can see here, there should be some, no, it won't be here where it should be. Here, side button, pardon me, side button. I want that it will be in the motions gestures. Here, as you can see, long press is a digital assistant, Google, or consider the Bixby, which works the same actually. Apart from that, here, if we have it set to digital assistant Google, we can set it to our own voice. And how to do so? At first, call this Gemini. Remember my voice. We're going to say this command.
I'll keep it in mind during our Gemini live sessions.
And now, as you can see here, we've got this. And okay, Google. Okay, it doesn't work for us. Okay, Google. So wait a moment. Go to your Gemini by holding this button. Here, now prolong it so that you will just be related to Gemini. Tap your profile picture in the top right corner. Here, as you can see, scroll down a little bit so that you will see switch to Assistant, Google Assistant, switch. Now here, as you can see, we've got while you're switching back to the Google Assistant, we don't really have to do it, we can tap Submit. And now it will work with the OK Google command. I don't really think that it works for me, but it should work. OK Google. Okay, so it doesn't work for me, but that's how to use device commands. Goodbye.
The Samsung Galaxy A57 is an updated mid-range model in the A series released in the spring of 2026. It's the successor to the A56, and at first glance, there don't seem to be many changes, but several aspects of the specifications make this model stand out compared to its predecessor and to competitors in the same price segment. The A57 features an aluminum body with a thickness of 6.9 millimeters. For comparison, the A56 was 7.4 millimeters, while a typical mid-range phone from 2025 to 2026 is usually in the 7 to 8 or 8.2 millimeter range. The difference may seem small, but you can feel it in your hand. The smartphone sticks out noticeably less from your jeans pocket and is easier to hold with one hand while texting. Samsung achieved this by using a thinner display panel and rearranging the internal components. The trade-off was the battery. Its capacity remained at 5,000 mAh without the increase that people usually expect from annual updates. If you put the A57 next to the A56 on a table, the difference is visible to the naked eye, especially from the side edge. Visually, the device is closer to the flagship S25 than to its direct predecessor. The A57 has switched to AMOLED Plus. This is a variation of the display panel where the sensor layer is integrated into the screen structure itself, rather than lying separately on top. This configuration provides two effects. The panel is physically about 15% thinner, and power consumption at the same brightness is 10 to 12% lower. The screen size and resolution remain the same, 6.7 inches, Full HD+, a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and the peak brightness has increased from 1900 nits to 2200, which is noticeable when watching HDR videos outdoors on a sunny day. A side effect of AMOLED Plus is that the battery lasts longer with the same capacity. In a scenario with messaging apps and 1 hour of video per day, Samsung claims about 28 hours of battery life compared to 24 on the A56. The first independent tests roughly confirm this difference. Samsung has extended its update policy for the A series. The A57 will receive 6 major Android versions and 7 years of security patches. For a device purchased in 2026, this means software support until the end of 32. Just a few years ago, such a policy was the prerogative of flagships. Today, among competitors in the price category of around €500, only Google Pixel offers the same. In this segment, Xiaomi and Motorola usually limit themselves to 3 or 4 years of major updates. The practical meaning is simple. A smartphone bought today will receive fresh versions of One UI and security patches for longer than most people even use a single phone. And when reselling it in 3 or 4 years, that's also a significant advantage. The battery and the body will wear out before the support ends. The A57 is one of the first mid-range smartphones with Bluetooth 6.1. The standard appeared at the end of 2025 and so far is mainly found in flagships. The practical effect is a more stable connection with headphones in radio noisy environments and more accurate positioning for finding tags like Smart Tag. Wi-Fi 6E adds access to the 6 GHz band. In an apartment with a modern router, this means less interference from neighboring networks and higher actual speeds when many devices are connected. The A56 is limited to Wi-Fi 6 without E, and many competitors in the €500 range are as well. These standards aren't noticeable every day, but they extend the relevance of the device. In a couple of years, when such connections become the norm, the A57 won't end up as the outdated link in your home network. The A57's body is built on an aluminum frame, and both the front and back are protected by Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. This is the same type of glass that Samsung uses on the base version of the Galaxy S25. The A56 used Victus 2, while many competitors in this segment use Gorilla Glass 7e or Dragon Trail. In practice, the difference is noticeable when dropped onto asphalt from waist height and with daily contact with keys in your pocket. Victus Plus is designed to withstand a 2-meter drop onto a rough surface. According to the manufacturer, scratches from small, hard particles appear later than on the previous generation glass. IP67 protection is retained. Protection against dust and immersion in fresh water up to 1 meter deep for up to 30 minutes. It's not the flagship's 68 rating, but it's enough for walking in the rain or an accidental drop into the sink. The Galaxy A57 is worth considering for those who want to keep a single smartphone for 5 or 6 years and do not plan to upgrade every year. The combination of long-term software support, modern wireless standards, and a durable body is justified precisely for long-term use. Another suitable audience is users switching from a Galaxy A 5X model from 3 or 4 years ago, such as the A53 or A54. For them, the A57 will provide a noticeable leap in body thickness, display, and battery life, and the transition within One UI will go smoothly without surprises. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Like the video and subscribe to our channel.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you 10 hidden Wi-Fi features on Samsung Galaxy A57. So firstly, scroll from the top of your phone, and here you have Wi-Fi. Click and hold, then Details. In the top right corner you have 3 dots. Click on it and Intelligent Wi-Fi. If you have SIM card in your phone, then the first option is enabled for you and it's switch to mobile data. It will automatically switch to mobile data if non-Wi-Fi is accessible. The second feature is switch to better Wi-Fi network. Automatically switch to Wi-Fi network that are faster or more stable than your current network to prevent interruptions. This only happens when the screen is off. Then we have Detect Suspicious Networks. Get notified when suspicious activity is detected on your current Wi-Fi network. And the fourth is Auto Hotspot Connection. If you are signed, then you can enable it and it will connect you to the accessible hotspot. Then you have Intelligent Wi-Fi 8.5.0. If you click it a couple of times, you have Labs has already been turned on and the Connectivity Labs appears. For the fifth feature, go right here, scroll down and auto reconnect to carrier Wi-Fi. So if the Wi-Fi disconnects, it will automatically reconnect. You have for the sixth feature, the Home Wi-Fi Checkout. Here you can inspect your Wi-Fi. The seventh is switch to mobile data faster. If you enable it, the period between switching from mobile data to Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi to mobile data will be shorter. Then you have Show Network Quality Info. Show Network Quality Info in the list of available Wi-Fi networks. Then Real-Time Data Priority Mode. Prioritize video calling and real-time gaming data over background data usage. And for the final feature, you have Wi-Fi Developer Options. And right in here, you have the connection information. And you have every information about your Wi-Fis. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one. Hi, it's HardReset and today I'll show you how to detect unsecure Wi-Fi networks on Samsung Galaxy A57. Scroll from the top and open Wi-Fi settings, then these 3 dots in the top right corner, then Intelligent Wi-Fi. Here you have detect suspicious network, get notified when suspicious activity is detected on the current network. You can also go into Connectivity Labs. If you don't have it enabled, watch our previous videos of how to enable it. Scroll, and here you have Home Wi-Fi Inspections, and here you can inspect the Wi-Fi. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one.
Morning guys, today we've got here Galaxy A57 5G, and let me show you how to switch off, how to delete personalized Google ads. So at first, open the settings, then find and select Google. Here we've got Google Services. Now mark all services and pick ads. In this panel, you will notice two options, either reset or delete advertising ID. So just pick something that is more relevant for you. If you want to permanently delete it, just pick delete. If you want to reset it, and then all the info would be collected from now on again, pick reset, just whatever you prefer. I would suggest deleting, so just mark delete advertising ID. And as you can see, this operation deletes your current advertising ID. Apps still be able to show you ads, but they may not be that relevant or interesting for you. So if you want to do it, just click on delete to get rid of all personalized ads. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe to our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to master UI gestures on Samsung Galaxy A57. So first, to enable motion gestures, go into the settings, then display, scroll down to navigation bar, and change from buttons to swipe gestures. Now, to go into the home screen, just swipe from the bottom of the screen. To open the background apps, hold from the bottom of the screen. Now, to go back, just swipe from the left or from the right. Here you can go into the advanced features, and we have motion and gestures. Here enable whatever you like. We have, for example, lift to wake. So now when the phone is not enabled, then just lift it, and as you can see, it light up. Now we have double tap to turn on the screen and off. So double tap. I need to double tap here where I can't click on any feature, and now double click once again. In settings, we have alert when phone picked up. Your phone will vibrate when you pick it up after missing a call. Then mute with gestures. Mute incoming calls and alarms by putting your hand over the screen on turning your phone face down. So if someone is calling you, just do this. Or flip your phone upside down to ignore the call. And we have palm swipe to capture. Swipe the edge of your hand across the screen to take a screenshot. It sometimes do not work, but it should. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one. Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to optimize battery on Galaxy A57. Go into the settings, then find battery options. That should be right in here. Then find power saving mode and enable. I won't be enabling it because it enables some features automatically that I want to show you how to enable manually. Then battery protection. Adjust charging behavior to extend the lifespan of your battery. Enable that. Then go into the display, enable dark mode and lower brightness, or enable adaptive brightness. Here go into Screen Timeout and shorten this time to around 1 minute. Then scroll from the top and disable every feature you're not using, for example Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or location. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.